Thank you, Dr. Ashish People, for such a nice introduction. Before starting the presentation, I would like to express my gratitude to Dr. Ashok Kumar, mentor of building energy efficiency. And I am also thankful to Dr. Dharm Raju, group leader of skill development group and coordinator of this webinar for giving me this opportunity. And I am also thankful to Director N.G. Gopal Krishnan for this opportunity on the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. And let us start my presentation. Basically, these are the outlines of my presentation. First of all, background why monitoring indoor environmental quality matter in post-COVID-19 scenario. Second is indoor environmental quality monitoring system. Third is indoor air quality control devices. Basically, indoor environmental quality and indoor air quality is associated with one of them. Indoor environmental quality is basically four main parameters: is first ventilation, lighting, acoustic, thermal comfort, and indoor air quality is also associated to indoor environmental quality. If in the building, inside the building, poor air quality, then building related illness and sick building syndromes. And the basically main issue is safety and health of the occupants inside the building. It is increasing clear that management of healthy indoor environmental quality is a critical step in controlling COVID-19 transmission. Our main target is reducing the risk of transmission. Our target is reducing the risk of transmission, because most of the entertainment venues, offices, school are closed in last 2 years, but population is not confident for we need to return to the office, school and entertainment venues. Basically, we cannot monitor the presence of COVID-19 in the air, not directly monitor to the COVID-19 presence in the air, but we can and already do regularly monitor a number of factors which affect the risk of viral transmission, like as temperature, humidity, particulate matter, and CO2, means air quality. And second issue is how the integration of cleaning and disinfecting practices, ventilation system operation, and indoor air quality measurement can provide the framework for the safe operation and occupation of indoor environments. The three main key factors of virus rate of transmission: first is virus survivability, and second is immune system, and third is duration of exposure. And basically, this is a basic photograph of the link between the occupancy and indoor increase the CO2 level inside the building. Basically, depends on the occupancy. If high occupancy in the building and poor ventilation, high occupancy in the building and poor ventilation, then increase the automatic level of CO2 and particulate matter. Then recirculate the virus speedily in the building. If two phenomena is very easy to control to the virus within inside the building, that is 1/3 of the occupancy area, 1/3 of the occupancy levels, and circulate the fresh air inside the building. The two principle is main to controlling the transmission of virus inside the building. And also air quality, according to WHO, the most of the people spend 90% time inside the different type of building, commercial and residential and industrial, and approximately 70% of their times in homes. Then based on the transmission of virus transmission is monitoring is necessary based on the air quality. And the main factor is building contain a wide range of airborne pollutants that pose a risk to human health, including physical, mental, and social well-being. Therefore, indoor air quality is very important for houses and buildings. And this is a health effect based on the pollution. If air pollution generate to the CO, SOx, NOx, ozone, particulate matter, volatile organic compound, lead aerosol, and damage the and these chemicals, these pollutant parameters affected to the human body is respiratory illness, cardiovascular illness, cancer risk, nausea, and skin irritation. And also water pollution is develop the bacteria, parasites, and chemicals, and affected to the human body is these chemicals are affected to the gastroenteritis. And also activity of agriculture activity or soil contamination is develop the parasites and affected to the nausea and cardiovascular illness, and also headache is the basically this is a based on indoor air quality affected to the human health. And also inside the building, so many sources automatically develop to the indoor air quality polluted and gases, like as carbon dioxide, a product of combustion and respiration. It is not a pollutant in the concentration found in most buildings, but is an indicator of bio-efficient and combustion. Second is carbon monoxide, product of incomplete combustion, and sulfur dioxide, a product of combustion fuels and sulfur or particular coals. Like as nitrogen oxide is a product of combustion. Ozone is mostly electrostatic appliances, photocopiers operating at high voltage, outdoor air, and UV lights also generate the ozone. Formaldehyde is adhesive resins and paint, carpet, acoustic ceiling is also a source of generate to the formaldehyde. And particulate matter, a product of combustion, cooking, candles, open fires, tobacco, boilers, etc., is developed to PM10, PM 2.5, and PM1 in the inside the building. Bacteria and viruses, microscopic living organisms such as dust and spider mites and allergy fungi also develop the bacteria, viruses. Ammonia is main source is household is cleaners, and also 2-3 parameter is extra. And this is the acceptable range of the pollutant, because we have defined to last 4 to 5 slides based on any system, any product. If you want to design, then need a input parameter. So then these slides are linked to the design before designing of the product or instrument, the pollutant parameter according to the standard. So the range, acceptable range according to the standard, WHO standard, ISRA standard, OSHA standard, and EPA, Environmental Protection Agency based pollutant parameter. So this the main parameter is PM 2.5, 10, ozone, total volatile organic compound, CO, CO2, and formaldehyde. And define this range based on the WHO, and a few parameters level is defined to the ASRA, and also all parameters is defined to the OSHA and EPA. And second is development of the product of indoor environmental monitoring system. This is a basic block diagram of the indoor environmental quality monitoring system. Basically, we have measured the real-time monitoring of the environmental parameter, like as CO, CO2, formaldehyde, volatile organic compound, illuminance means lighting level inside the building, particulate matter, temperature, and humidity. So this is the main parameter of monitor to the inside the building, and this is the basically developed indoor environmental monitoring system. Two main part of this system is this is the STIM model. Basically, most of the scientific community is not integrate to the directly, but we have necessary of the follow the standard or guideline according to the standard. So then we have followed the IEEE standard, and based on IEEE standard, we have defined here and already developed to this system. And this is the STIM model, Standard Transducer Interface Module, and basically Standard Transducer Interface Module, and other is Network Capable Application Processor. The STIM model is based consists of sensor array and signal conditioning. SC means signal conditioning, integrated to the processing unit, and transducer electronic data sheet. Most of the system nowadays is integrated to the micro SD card is directly, but not save the data in directly in bulk mode. But in the researcher, we have developed a separate sensor module, means CO2 data is separate to the defined particular space of the micro SD card. And this is the local display of monitoring the parameter, and this is the transducer independent interface. Transducer independent interface is based on IEEE 802.15.4 standard. Basically, we have linked here Zigbee communication, and this is second part is the controlling unit. Controlling unit is controlled to the indoor environmental quality parameter based on light, fan, fresh air handling unit, fan coil unit, air cleaner. And all these we have followed the IEEE standard for the development of, and this is the unique features of this product. Integrated system is not available for indoor environmental quality monitoring and control in the market. And the second is real-time sensing unit is not integrated with controllers of actuating devices for achieving good indoor environmental quality. This is a sensor array, basically a group of sensor like as CO, CO2, SOx, NOx, ozone, total volatile organic compound, formaldehyde, temperature, relative humidity, and particulate matter. Basically, most of the gas sensor is a transducer, and that detects the gas molecule which producing an electrical signal with magnitude related to the gas concentration. Basically, nowadays in the market, 5 gas sensing technology available in the market: electrochemical, catalytic bead, semiconductor, photoionization, and infrared gas sensor. In this work, we have used the mixed mode sensor. So few sensor is used the semiconductor, few sensor is used the electrochemical sensor, and one is the infrared sensor. But based on the we have choose the sensor based on the energy efficiency, based on the accuracy, and most main parameter is the response time of this sensor. So 3-4 parameter we have included here, and based on these parameters we have choose the sensor for development the indoor environmental quality monitoring and control system. And first basic of the electrochemical sensor. Basically, electrochemical sensor operated by the monitored gas and producing the electrical signal related to the gas concentration. And this principle is most of the common of the all sensor array. And basically, electrochemical sensor is consists of 2 or 3 type of electrode. First is sensing electrode, second is reference electrode, third is counter electrode, and separated by a thin layer of electrolyte. The working or sensing electrode responds to the target gas either by oxidizing or reducing the gas environment, and then creating a current flow proportional to the gas concentration. The reference electrode is used as a maintain the potential at the sensing or working electrode. And the counter electrode is control the electrochemical reaction. If sensing electrode is oxidizing the gas environment, then counter electrode is reducing the gas environment. This is the basic principle of the electrochemical gas sensor. And after some time, sensor output is saturated, then made a jumper between this reference and sensing or working electrode. So some sensor requires a bias voltage between the apply the bias voltage between the reference and sensing or working electrode, and sensor is ready immediately used in the next situation, otherwise take a few hours. The main advantage of the electrochemical sensor is very linear, good selectivity, excellent repeatability, and good accuracy. And the electrochemical sensor is very specific to a particular gas. No disturbances to interfering to other gases to the affected to the result, and requires a very little power to operate. In fact, their power consumption is the lowest among all types of sensor. The disadvantage of electrochemical sensor is the main disadvantage very short and very dry in hot areas and sensitive to electromagnetic interferences. And if slow startup, if depolarized. And this is the specification of the sensor used in the indoor environmental quality monitoring system. Few sensor is semiconductor and few is electrochemical, and based on the sensitivity and based on the range, monitoring range, and response time is the main parameter of the in this development. And this is the signal conditioning of the electrochemical sensor. Basically, electrochemical sensor is need a control circuit. Basically, this signal conditioning is three main parts. First is the signal control circuit. Second is the current measuring circuit. And third is the JFET transistor connect between the reference and working electrode. The control circuit is provide the current to the counter electrode, and to balance the current required by the working electrode current. The inverting input of this IC is connected to the reference electrode because it must not draw any significant current from the reference electrode. And in this circuit, we have used the ultra low input bias amplifiers such as OP90, OP296, and LMP7721. These they will assure that the reference electrode will maintain a constant potential of the less than of input bias current. And in this circuit, we have less than of input bias current is 5 nanoampere, and pico range is 15 pico of ampere is the LMP7721. And this component C1 and C2 is the circuit stability parameter, C1, C2, R1, R2. If eliminated the C2, then increase the value of C1. And this sensor exposed to the target gas, and electrons and hydrogen ions are generated. Electrons are deposited to the working electrode and produce the current to the this load resistance to the measured through this current measuring circuit. And so the sensor reference electrode and sensing or working electrode is connected to the JFET is work as a switch and applied to the sort the reference and working electrode. The sensor is ready immediately used, otherwise take a few hours, and applied the input bias current to the reference and working electrode. The sensor is ready immediate use in the next switch on. The sensor internal parameter and internal affected to the signal conditioning. The internal sensor resistance and this load resistance made and internal sensor capacitance made an RC circuit. If R load is high, then increase the response time and decrease the noise. So based the value of R load is set according to the your requirement, response time or noise based phenomena. And this is the signal conditioning circuit of the semiconductor sensor. Basically, semiconductor sensor is required a heater element, and this is the sensing element. The heater element required a 5 volt and operate to millisecond. This is the 1 second cycle, and 14 millisecond is heater is on, and 986 millisecond heater is off. Then output is measured to based on the based on this, and this is the we have developed the simple circuit based on the lower power consumption based on 555. This is the power management strategy. If you need a continuously data, then consume a more power, and if you record the data based on the your a certain time interval, then consume less data in comparison to duty cycle and comparison to continuous and on demand based. The basically sensor output voltage is in the voltage range. Then the relation between the sensor output voltage range and change to the ppm range. This is the relation between the sensor output voltage and gas concentration. And this is the power consumption of response time of the developed sensor module. This is the response time. And in this circuit, we have used the two model. One is CO2 D1 is the electrochemical sensor. Is the response time is 5 minutes, and power consumption is 1.1434 milliwatt. And other is infrared gas sensor CO2. The milliwatt is 60 milliwatt. Is consume more power comparison to the electrochemical sensor, and response time is 30 seconds because the 5 minutes is a very high response time, but 30 seconds is good, and the power consumption is high. So they based on your application, based on your requirement, choose the sensor array and signal conditioning of according to your requirement. This is the measuring range and operating voltage of the developed sensor module. And after integration of the development of sensor or integration of the sensor, need a calibration, because first of all we have purchased the olfactory calibrated sensor, but requiring the high accuracy at low concentration needs calibration. So 2-3 methods are available. First is static calibration method we have used here, and other is a dynamic calibration method. And in the static chamber calibration method is applied the first of all define the zero value and maximum range according to the clean air or nitrogen. And after that applied the non-gas concentration cylinder gas concentration to set the value of the output. And this is the developed in the sensor module. This is the electrochemical sensor, and this is the semiconductor, and this is the electrochemical, and one is the infrared gas sensor. Basically, and this is the indoor environmental quality monitoring system. And the salient features of real-time sensing unit is integrated with controllers of actuating devices for achieving good indoor air quality, environmental quality. Has the ability to cater the diversity of individual preferences through active user engagement and informatics, and currently monitoring the parameter of CO2, total volatile organic compound, PM2.5, PM10, AQI, and temperature and humidity. And this is the develop the sensor node in places in the different places and monitor to the air quality index and parameter of the environmental quality. And third is the control strategy. So based on the indoor environmental quality, need a control strategy and control system. So based on the control strategy, first of all, we have applied the control algorithm for the indoor environmental quality devices have been controlled manually, but there is need a fully automatic control system based on occupants' behavior or real-time feedback. So first of all, we have measured the indoor environmental quality parameters and compared to the standard value. If CO2 model is threshold value is 400, is good for a human inside the building to set the threshold value and also give the feedback. Sometimes need a fasting controlling to the CO2 level, then the threshold value set accordingly. And this is the intelligent control algorithm decision maker, and to the processing unit, and this is the control unit. This is a basic block diagram of the controlling of the air quality control devices, like as mechanical ventilation, fans, air cleaners, etc. And basically, we have developed the controller of building controller, or based on the one is the central agent. Central agent means main agent, main controller, and more than one is the local agent, because inside the building, fan is one local agent, ventilation is another local agent, lighting is a third local agent. So many agents inside the building. Then if you integrate it one by one to the controller, central controller, and central controller integrate to the facility manager, integrate to the facility manager, and this local agent integrate to the personal occupant through graphical user interface or any app, through app. And the basically local agent basis is control the monitoring, controlling and analysis based on the local agent. Local agent integrated to the two-way communication between central agent and local agent, and local central agent to way communication integrated to the facility manager. And also we have before development of the system, we have need the our which technique is good, which technique is not good, based on the comfort index, based on the energy consumptions. We have choose two parameter, select two parameter. Based on this, we have we have applied the optimization technique, ABC, BAT optimization, genetic algorithm, neural network, and particle swarm optimization. Based on this, we have designed the fuzzy logic controller and machine learning, and give the output of to the any controlling devices. And this is the result of comparison of the energy consumption of the old techniques without optimization, and genetic algorithm, BAT, neural network, PSO, particle swarm optimization, and ABC. And after that, comparison is a simple graph. And this is the comparison. Main target is higher comfort index, nearby one, and lowest energy consumptions before of the developed system. So this is the comfort index, and comfort index based on the time stamp of the old model. And we have received the BAT optimization result is good. This is the consumption of this and maximum comfort index mean value. And this is the design controller app for the all local agent. Fan is fan, lighting, ventilation, and central cooling unit, personal occupants behavior, and also integrated to the Internet of Things to the controlling to the interior or outside to the home. This is the flow chart of building controller, and this is the HMI interaction, human machine interface enabled to the central agent to the controller. This is a hardware block diagram of this. We have used the processor Cortex A53, and through integrate to the MQTT through for Internet of Things, and also touch screen, TFT display, GUI application, and based on MySQL database, Java based, PHP based, we have developed here. And also this is the block diagram of local agent device controller. Sorry. And also a local agent is integrated to the ZigBee coordinator and router, and also integrated to the processing unit. This is the hardware of developed hardware of the local agent device controller. And this is the air cleaning devices controlling to the indoor environmental quality parameter. This is basically two main parts. First is the filtration unit, and second is the monitoring and controlling unit integrated to the indoor environmental quality monitoring device, and also integrated to the IoT. Sorry. This is the filtration unit for 3-stage filtration unit, and the second part is the sterilization, and after that 2-stage filtration, and this is the airflow channel. And this is the indoor environmental quality monitoring system. We have integrated to the CO2, volatile organic compound, temperature and humidity, ozone, particulate matter, and PM2.10 sensor. Through the processing unit, and processing unit is integrated to the through the IoT through ZigBee router. And this is the air filtration component. So many industry, most of the sterilizer is used here, but here if we have used in first time UVC is used here based on the industry, so then increase the ozone level inside the room or building. And but after some times, we have few researchers give some statement. Activated carbon filter is automatically work as a killer of ozone, and here is generate to the small ozone. Then activated carbon filter is kill out and increase only small amount of this purified air. So this is the basic difference in this our system in the UVC we have used here. But this system is we have developed in 2019, and that time UVC we have used only as a kill the fungus, bacteria, and small bacteria, and this cycle is used only 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. 3 options are available in this system. And this is the flowchart of the developed smart air purifier system with IoT switch. And this is the photograph of the developed system. This is the app controlling to the inside and outside to the building. And this is the characteristics of this. This is operated on AC or DC. Both options are available. And PM measuring the PM 2.5, 10, VOC, CO2, ozone, temperature, and humidity. And this is the photograph of the product of the monitoring device, on and off manually, UV sterilization on and off, and set the timer of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And also fan is low, mean, and high. And this is the monitoring parameter, and this is the app for controlling the device according to your monitoring parameter. And also this is the air quality index, and this is the feature of the developed system for CADR, remote control, sleep mode function, fan speed, auto function capability, air quality sensor, real-time monitoring, and filtration change indicator. Also we have enabled to the filter is blockage, then automatically indicate to the device and change to timely. Ionizer, UV sterilizer. Ionizer is no, UV sterilizer is yes, and also controlling the ozone to this point, and child lock, extra. And this is the CFD analysis of air purifier system. This is the product photograph of the air purification, air cleaning devices, and this is the small scale prototype is available in our building, and also 2-3 product give to in DST, Department of Science and Technology. And this is the smart air purifier wireless control photograph of the developed device. This is the comparative study of the existing technology developed by well-known industries, and this is the CVRI part of the features of the developed system. And this is the well-known group Honeywell and Xiaomi, Philips, and this. And also another device is ventilation controlling devices. Currently, the ventilation system is controlled manually and working continuously. It means that the exhaust fan operate continuously at same RPM and consume more power. The control mechanism and ventilation system based on AFRI standard 62.1 2016 ventilation for acceptable indoor air quality. The control strategy is based on environmental parameter like as CO2, and the real-time experimentation we have followed the 2 approach. First is sensor node development and their location. Second is actuator control strategy. So first of all, we have developed the 2 sensor nodes. First is inside the building, and second is outside the building. And inside the building is height is 1.1 meter. If your building is height is 8 meter, 10 meter, 50 meter, then 8 meter is good for second sensor node outside of the building. Both the sensor node transmit the signal to the developed actuator through Zigbee communication. And the differential and after 10 minutes interval we have measured the real-time data, and differential concentration based CO2 level we have set the ventilation is on and off, and also controlling through the app and set the threshold value. If your value is increased the 400, then automatically ventilation system is on. And we have also set here measuring the optical RPM sensor, airflow sensor, and vibration sensor. 3 sensors we have used here because after some times exhaust fan is working properly and not working. Then we have tested based on these data smoothly. And also, if in the night occupants, your human or pupil is sleeping inside the room and sudden change to the CO2 level inside the building, then these last 2 slide work is not properly work, and failure to the system. So then we have designed based on this data, use the fuzzy controller, and fuzzy controller based CO2 sensor, airflow sensor, zero crossing detection sector, and track driving circuit, and use the design the fuzzy controller. And this is the lookup table of the fuzzy controller. We have room value, check the room value according to this, and based on timing and concentration level is CO2 is approximately this, and duration of the frequency, fan input voltage, velocity of the supply of the air exhaust fan. The total lookup table is here set to the hardware development. And this is the ventilation system is integrated to the local agent and central agent and control through the app. And this is the, and we have checked the four controller PID, four controller PID, fuzzy PID, NFIS, and means neural network based, and manually on and off. So based, this is the comparative result based on use the different technique of the development of the ventilation system, and and this is the comparative table of this. So we have received the result of NFIS is good comparison to the PID, fuzzy PID, and on and off. They consume the less power comparison to this kilowatt per hour, and normalized power consumption this, and consume the normalized average value of fan input voltage at this, and this, and concentration of approximately 1302.73. And another problem is basically in indoor environmental quality is the 4 main parameters. First is the first is the acoustic, ventilation, and thermal comfort, and acoustic. So basically, we have developed the system of thermal comfort real-time monitoring. We have no check the manually of and calculation based work. We have developed the system, but currently is not perfect, but give a good result. The basically comfort, thermal comfort is a condition of mind that expresses the satisfaction within the environment. There are 4 types of comfort: acoustic, visual, thermal comfort, and air quality comfort. And to evaluate the comfort condition in built environment, following methods are used: PMB, PPD, draft rating. And in this study, we have used the PMB method. First of all, in Honeywell, around 1970, is developed the thermal comfort sensor, TY4700. And they considered the 3 real parameters. First is monitor the 3 real-time measurement environmental parameters such as air temperature, radiant temperature, and air velocity. Based on these 3 parameters, we have predict the thermal comfort sensation point scale, and also consider the 3 parameter: clothing insulation, metabolic rate, and activity level based on the according to the ISO 7730. But we have here developed the based on 2 approach. We have used subjective approach based on questionnaire based study, objective approach based on ASRE and ISO standard calculation procedure, and use the adaptive prediction formula for PMB estimation. We have include the 2 terms: CO, CO2, and temperature relative humidity. and validate the prediction formula. First of all, develop the 45 days data we have measure and develop this formula, and after next 45 days we have validate to this formula. And this is the hardware developed system. Inside the room we have put the 5 sensor node. One is the 4 is the 4 corner and one is the center point, and height is 1.1 meter, and measure the data of according to this below diagram: temperature, humidity, CO and CO2. And according to this system, one sensor node is here, and this is graphical user interface of the smart comfort sensing system of the real-time monitoring of temperature, humidity, CO and CO2. And this is the comfort level. So here, this is the node 1, node 2, node 3 data. This is a one node data, and this is we have received the final result. This result is very near to this value. मतलब TSB thermal sensation board or smart comfort sensing board is the results are same but differ to the ISO based PMB calculation because ISO is not include the CO and CO2 air quality term, but TSB thermal sensation board and SCS board we have considered the air quality, CO and CO2 air quality gases. Thank you.